In this video, I want to show you how thinking like the customer can help you in so many ways with your print-on-demand business. Let's go. Thanks for joining me on this video. My name is Juna with Detour Shirts. I've been designing and selling t-shirts online since 2005, and in this video, I want to teach you something very important that a lot of people miss, and that is thinking like the customer instead of thinking like the seller, which most people just go into, create lots of designs, they put it online, upload it, wait for a while, and then don't know why they're not getting any sales. And I think it's because they forget to think like the customer. And I'm going to show you why thinking like the customer can help you in business in general, but in more specifically with print on demand. There's lots of things you may be missing because you're not thinking like the customer. I'm going to go over all of them. I'm going to talk about the customer's journey. We're going to go step by step on what they do to buy a product, and I'll show you some of the key things that you should be looking for when you're doing this that can help you with your print on demand. So I'm going to show you this on Amazon. You can do this on any journey. You can do this with Redbubble, with TeePublic, whatever print on demand service that you're doing. Start at the beginning of what a customer would do and take it to the end. I'm going to show you how to do this with Amazon. Of course, you can use the same technique. So let's get on Amazon right now and I'll show you what I mean. So first things first, let's start on the print on demand site that you're going to buy on, or that the customer will buy on. This is their journey. The first thing they're going to do is go to that site, right? So if they're going to buy from Amazon, they're going to go to Amazon first. If they're going to go to Redbubble, they'll go to Redbubble first. If they go to TeePublic, they'll go to TeePublic first, and so on. Etsy, whatever you're doing, right? So go to that first. That's the first step. Now, the next thing that the customer will do in their customer journey will start typing in something, a keyword phrase that they're looking for. So if I am looking as a customer, if I as a customer want to look for a t-shirt for my brother, let's say he loves drinking. So I want to look for a funny drinking, maybe beer, funny beer t-shirt, right? That's what I'm thinking in my head. I want a funny beer t-shirt. So think of the customer in your case. What are they looking for? Maybe something in your case, whatever you're designing for. So I'm going to just type in funny beer t-shirt. This is probably what a customer would do, right? Now, when they look down here, you see Amazon is suggesting something, and most places will suggest stuff. Redbubble will, TeePublic will. I know a lot of them. So next thing in the customer's journey is they probably will look down here and kind of see if there's something that fits them. Well, I know my brother is a man, so I'll probably click on this funny beer shirts, t-shirts for men, or funny beer t-shirts, shirts for men. I probably won't click that. That doesn't make sense to me, but this one does. Let's see, t-shirts. You can see there's lots of different ones here. Funny beer shirts for men, same thing. So I probably would click this one, and because I would probably click this one, these keywords are very important. So if I'm designing a beer t-shirt as a seller, I want to use these keywords. You see what I'm doing here? I'm kind of reversing it. So looking at the customer's journey, we can learn a lot of what we're doing. So if I'm thinking I'm going to design a funny beer t-shirt, I better have funny beer t-shirts, maybe even for men if it's a for men on there, right? So let's click that. All right, so the next thing that a customer would do here, at least me as a customer, what I would do is I would scroll down here and look for something that I think my brother would like, right? So as I go down here, you can see, I think this one, personally, I think this one is pretty cool with all the different things. It stands out, right? For me, this stands out because it has lots of color and it's kind of funny with all the different things. I like that. Let's see, as I scroll down here with the thumbs, I've seen that before. It's kind of funny, but I want something different. So let's see. You can see I'm scrolling past a lot of just the text ones, and that's just me. Maybe some people do like the text ones. Let's see, he doesn't do camping so much. I kind of like that one, but it doesn't stand out. Let me see what else. It's not for his birthday, so I'm not going to do that. That one's kind of cool. It kind of stands out. Maybe that one. Beer 30, that's kind of funny. And it does have Amazon choice, I like that. Let's see. Booster shots. This one's really cool. I like how it has the different colors in the beer and the tap. vegetarian. I think that's really cool too, with the funny with the different beers. So I'm gonna scroll down here. Beer run, he's not a runner. So what I would probably pick on this case, I may, if I didn't find anything, I'd probably go to page 2. But you saw that I like a few things on here. So I liked this one. I liked this one. I personally like this one. And the one way up here, this one. So some of the things we can learn from that is the look of it. We're going to take a look at some of those. I'm going to pull all of those out and show you why those stood out to me, and how you can, as a seller, make yours stand out. But you can see, look at some of these texts again, some of the words, the titles in these that made them get to the front page, right? So we have craft beer, so microbrewers, some of the things that you can use. In fact, you could look at the title of all of these, but more specifically the ones that you liked. Let's see. I really liked, I said I like this one. So we can look like A Day Without Beer, funny beer lover, t-shirts. You can see all those keywords. Again, funny, drinking, drunk, beer 30. That one's funny. Let's see. This one, I just love this design and the colors kind of match. And you can see craft beer and so on, American flag. So continuing with the customer's journey, what they would do next is click on this. Let's say this is the one that they like. They would click on these. And you can see this one's really clear. It doesn't have any other colors, which makes it really easy for me to know, well, this is the color I wanted anyway, black, and I don't have to worry about that. And I can just add to cart really quickly. So that's it for the customer's journey, but there's still a lot to learn. So I'm going to show you why I picked those things and why I think those designs stood out. So the next thing that I would suggest you do is do something like this. So these are the designs that I picked when we were on Amazon, right? I just brought them over here to look at them and look and study why I thought these were the ones that I should buy for my brother. So why did the customer, in my case me, would want to pick these? And I studied these and I looked, and a lot of these have humor. Of course, we typed in funny beer t-shirt, so of course these will have be a little funny. They have humor, right? It's something that makes me want to buy it. They all have a little bit of variety. Some of them had more variety than others. You can see these two right here I really loved because they had lots of different beers on them. But this one stood out. This one stood out. It's not an American flag, but it has a beer tap on it, and this just is very different than some of the other ones, right? All of them had color, so using color really nicely. That yellow on black, that white on black does really well. You can see all of these are black on here, and some of these had even more color with the craft, so that's what made them stand out to me. All of these are very simple and easy to understand. I could get the joke right away in 3 seconds. So I saw this, oh, beer like vegetarian, I got it. I like crafts, there's so many of them. Oh, that's just a beer, this, right? So very easy. Even this one with words, even though there's a lot of words, I could figure out what that meant really quickly, right? And all of these were very clever. So not only are they funny, but they're very clever. Like if somebody looks at it like, oh, that's what that means, right? So you want a t-shirt to have something like that when you stop and look at it. I'm like, what is, oh, okay. So have that reaction. Like this right away, you may not get it at the first nanosecond, but in 2 seconds you get beer, 30, oh, okay, I get it, right? And this one takes a little bit while. So cleverness is really important. So what you would do next is think, if this is what you're going to design for, make sure that your design is at least as good as or better than these, because your design is now going to be in competition with these. You see what I'm doing? I'm flipping it around now. Is I'm thinking about it. A lot of people just go in and like, I'm going to design beer t-shirts. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to put something that says I love beer. Now, is somebody going to pick I love beer over these? Now you can see I scrolled through a bunch of those that just had text. They were very simple. I didn't even look at them. I looked at these first. So what you need to do is create something that has all of these things that you think of yourself as the customer first, and then do that. Don't just go and blast t-shirts out not knowing the competition, not knowing why they're selling, not knowing anything about the customer, right? So that's why you do these different things. Now you can do this with anything. You can do this with any niche, any keywords, any print-on-demand service. It's going to take a little while, but you can see that you need to study your competition and study the what your customer is doing, the customer journey, and kind of get the keywords and kind of get the competition and kind of get why people are buying this certain thing and figure it out and kind of dissect it and go in reverse and figure out. Now, once you're done with your design, I would put it here and look at it. Would you still pick your design over these designs? That's kind of the test, right? And if you would, then yeah, put it out in there and give it a shot. Maybe somebody else thinks like you. You could do this with somebody else as well. So if you don't want to be the customer, grab a friend, grab a relative or something, and go through the customer journey with them and see which ones they picked, and then design yours and then present them. Would they pick yours over the one that they just picked here? So that's an easy way to do it, easy way to figure out what the customer's journey is. So here's a recap on what I'm talking about when I say think like the customer. So first, go to the PLD site that you're going. In this case, we did Amazon, but you can go to Redbubble or whatever. And then search for the product that you're trying to sell. So search for, in my case, I'm trying to make a funny beer t-shirt, right? So I'm searching for a funny beer t-shirt. You'll notice some of the autocomplete words on there. Those are really important because if you see autocomplete, those are the things that are trending right now on Amazon or Redbubble or whatever you're doing. So use those in your titles. Those are very important keywords. Next, when you get to the results page, look at the keywords that all of the things on the first page are using, all the products on the first page are using in their titles that they're using. So those are very important keywords. Those help them get to that spot. The other thing that helped them get to that spot is sales, right? So look why they're selling. Find 4 to 6 results that you would pick as a customer, or a customer would pick if you're doing this with a friend or something, and pick those, take those out, and study those. So study those results, what makes them better. In my case, you saw that they were humor, they had variety, some of those things. Your results may be a little bit different, but you can kind of gauge from that. Everyone's going to be just a little bit different. It may be a style. Maybe they like a certain style or a certain color or whatever it is. And then design something new and original that's better. Don't copy any of those things, of course, because if you copy it, yours, it won't be on the first page. What's going to happen is if you copy it, the original one's going to be still on the first page and yours going to be behind because nobody's going to buy yours because it's not original, right? So design something new that can compete with those top ones that you picked. Put it out there and test it. Test it with the customer, test it with yourself, and then eventually just put it out there and give yourself the best shot of making a sale instead of just randomly designing things without knowing what the competition is, without knowing what the right keywords are, without knowing why people are buying what they're buying. You have some of this data now, and because you're thinking like the customer, you can think what to design instead of not knowing what to design. So that is it for this video. Hopefully this video is really helpful for you. Now kind of change your mindset of what a customer is looking for, and I think that will really help you in your design choices on what you're going to put out there, what you're going to upload. If this video was really helpful for you, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button right there. The question of the day for this video is, how else can you think like the customer that would help you with print on demand? Is there anything else that I'm missing? Let me know that in the comments. I kind of went through this pretty fast. There's lots of different little things that you could pick up as the customer if you go through it over and over again. I think that's something you can learn with. Thanks again for watching. If you want to see more of my videos, click on these right here. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.